This is the voice of Marie Burke, and it's 2026. And this year, I decided to take a break from doing stage and on-screen acting to pursue my love of voice acting, along with playing the best role ever, that of a full-time mom. How am I doing this? I gave myself the challenge of getting into the voiceover booth as often as possible and then sharing on social media 1-minute video journal entries of what I'm working on that particular day or week. Here's the recap for this month. Thanks for tuning in. Hello everyone, we have made it to February, and this week I'm going to be focusing on the British accent. Now, there's a lot that I can say about it, about British RP and different dialects and things like that, but basically for this video I'm just going to say that that's what I'm going to be working on this week. But I've got to give a disclaimer because when sometimes I play around with this accent. It's something that I've done for my whole life, as many people in America have, because we love hearing the dialect and we love hearing it in our heads when we're reading books, when we're watching TV. But when I actually talk to a real British person, and when I actually talked to a British acting coach, they said my accent was horrible. So I'm going to humbly take that I need to work on this, even though I have actually done professional acting pieces where I was a British person. Yay. But I'm going to work on perfecting this and also re-understanding the differences in this dialect and the different regions, because they're not all the same. So stick with me. Let's go. Hello friends. So you may not know, but whenever I do these videos, I usually have about 30 minutes to do them. That's about the amount of time that I have from when I sit my daughter down to do her work and after I've put my son down for his nap. So, yes, I watched this amazing video, and I'm going to put her name on the screen after I record this because she was incredible. So I'm trying to attack the British RP, her RP modern accent, from just what I learned in her video, and it was so exciting. I can't tell you. I cannot wait to just keep working on this. So that's what I'm working on this week, is the British accent. By the way, it's not just about learning the words, it's also learning what words are correct, like porridge instead of oatmeal. First off, let me just say that it took everything in me to get out of my bed and to come in here and do my 30 minutes, my voiceover booth journal. So it's really because of you, because of the 1 or 2 people who might be watching this, because accountability is a real thing. Yes, I tell you. I was so tired with the kids. So if there's any moms out there who are just trying to go after anything at all, you're amazing. You're a superhero. So yesterday was Tuesday, and I was working on British RP, the more formal British accent. So today I'm working on estuary English, which is kind of like a blend between RP and Cockney. So I probably should have started working on Cockney first and then come to the middle for estuary English, which really has a huge variation depending on who's speaking. But I like some of the things, is like they say, there's a little bit of variance, dropping the T's and things like that. I'm going to keep working on this one. Let's go. Hello. I finally made it into my studio, and today I'm working on the Cockney. This one is probably the most confusing for me because there's a lot of rules that's in my head and I'm trying to put them all together. But really, like I mentioned before with the different British dialects, like when you're talking about a real human being, it's not just going to be all Cockney or all RP, like people are people and affected by different regions where they live in and things like that. So I don't feel like it has to be perfect, but I still do feel like I want to do some more work on this one to really honor it. This is the accent where I really have to get it into my body, because it used to be the dialect of the working class, but now it's just really like where you're from. So I hope you've enjoyed this exploration. It's definitely challenging to me, but it's so much fun. So thanks. Hello everyone. So I've been working on British accents today. Well, I'm not going to do that today because guess what? Oh my gosh. I have a special guest here in my booth. It is the one and only Jill Perry. Yes. So she is actually the amazing voice actor and coach who helped me build my little hideaway. You know, I've showed you guys that before. And so she was very creative on helping me turn this teeny tiny closet into a space where I can be free, break away from the kids, and be creative and fun. So, Jill, is there anything you want to say?
I'm really proud of you, and I think you're doing great work.
Oh, I did not tell her to say that.
No.
But anyway, yeah, but I will say, hey guys, if you want to learn, she does a Saturday morning workout for voice actors. And you can also just go listen to her stuff. I was at a theater once and I heard them talking over the loudspeaker and it was a pre-recording of her voice. I was like, oh my gosh. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you soon. Thanks, Jill. Hey everyone, it's a new week and I'm excited to be back. Last week I was focusing on British dialects. I'm going to be working on those throughout the year, but that was a lot of fun. I definitely felt a spark of energy just working on those. And I remember working on dialects for the first time really in college. And so this was the first time that I really dove in that deeply in several years. I won't say how many. But this year it's going to be about audiobooks. So if you don't remember, what I really want to get into is doing kids content, and that's specifically kids apps or videos and audiobooks. So this week I'm going to be reading excerpts, 1 minute max, from books that either feature Black characters or that are about Black history or Black characters. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I already have a lot on my list, but I would love to hear, what do you guys just want to hear a little snippet from? Okay, have a good week. Hey everyone, I've got a guest here in the booth today because this week I'm going to be doing excerpts from children's books that feature Black characters or are about Black history. This book is from I Am Enough by Grace Byers, and my friend Valerie sent it my way. You ready, Lucette? Okay. Like the sun, I'm here to shine. Like the bird, I'm here to fly and soar high over everything. Like the trees, I'm here to grow. Like the mountains, here to stand. Like time, I'm here to be and be everything I can. Like the wind, I'm here to push. Like a rope, I'm here to pull. Like the rain, I'm here to pour and drip and fall until I'm full. Like the moon, I'm here to dream. Like the student, here to learn. That's just a snippet. Today I'm going to read an excerpt from one of my all-time favorite books. I love reading this book to my daughter. I love the voices. I love what the story is about. It's Corduroy by Don Freeman. Here's just a couple of pages. Then, one morning, a little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said, "look, there's the very bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I've spent too much already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He's lost the button to one of his shoulder straps." Corduroy watched them sadly as they walked away. "I didn't know I'd lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight, I'll go and see if I can find it." Oh, I cannot wait to do more. Just love audiobooks and just love this one. Well, I made it. I am here inside of the booth, but I actually did not get the time to work on audiobooks and developing characters and pacing and different tones and all that fun stuff because my daughter was sick. Or rather, I should say, she thought she was sick. Went to the pediatrician and there's nothing wrong with her. She's completely fine. Amen. That's grateful for that. But the car ride, we probably were in the car for like an hour and 10 minutes. And so that really wipes me out energy wise. But the good thing about it was we put on an audiobook, of course, and it was about Edward Tulane. I had never heard this story before, but I absolutely, by the end of the ride, I just absolutely loved this voice actor's way that she was doing the characters and telling the story and going back and forth. And I was like, yes, this is exactly what I want to be doing. So altogether, that was a win. I'm continuing to focus on audiobooks, and the next couple weeks I'm looking at kids' books. Today I'll be reading a short snippet from Bear on a Bike by Stella Blackstone, and this is one of the books that my mom sent to me that used to belong to my siblings. So thanks, Mom.
What I really like about audiobooks, what I'm finding is I love the sing-songiness of a lot of the kids' books. I also really like how they all have different characters, and I just naturally like to bring them to life when I'm engaged reading the book to a child. And so obviously I do that with my kids. So here's just a couple of pages from Bear on a Bike. Bear on a bike, as happy as can be. Where are you going, Bear? Please, wait for me. I'm going to the forest, where fearsome creatures prowl, where raccoons play and bobcats snarl, and hungry foxes howl. Guess what? This week, I am taking a break from doing voiceover work. I know, it's unacceptable, right? It's uncalled for. It's just not okay. But actually, it is. It really is. Because it's been a busy, crazy week and it's about to get crazier with good stuff. One of the kids been out of school, so we went to a really cool Western History Museum yesterday. Didn't even know there was a Western History Museum in Georgia, and I've lived here for like 13 years. But it was awesome. So we went there yesterday all day. And then today we did acting class with my homeschool acting students, and it was such a thrill. They've been working on scenes for a couple of weeks, and wow, I love seeing the growth. Then later this week, celebrating the 10-year anniversary with my number one fan, my husband Pierre. So it's been a great week. I will be back sharing more voiceover stuff with you next week. Thank you guys for continuing to follow along.
Hey, so Marie went out of the country for a while. She went to this place called Mexico for her friend Anne's anniversary, or something like that. But, it got me thinking, oh my goodness, her children were here all by themselves and there was nobody to take care of them. And it was, anything could happen. Oh gosh, and if they think about them trying to make some food and, oh no, trying to work the thing that turns around and it makes the smoothie thing, the smoothie maker thing. Oh, I mean, they could get really hurt. And so, what I would have done is I would have had somebody come over and take care of their children for them. That's what my mom would have done, because my mom takes care of me all the time. Except I don't know where my mom is right now. Oh my goodness, I'm here in Marie's place. I don't see her children anywhere. What happened to them? Did she come back? Are they still gone? Are they gonna find me? Oh no! Ah!
It has been one of those days. Just spent about 3 hours at Starbucks doing homeschooling and playing games with my daughter, then went to pick up my second kid, and then came home, cleaned up a little bit, and just crashed. And while I was falling asleep, I was thinking, what am I going to create and craft, and what am I going to film in my virtual journal to make sure that everyone knows that I am making progress and that I've been working on these audiobooks and I'm going to do my reel and everything. My brain was just going, and then I finally fell asleep and I woke up and I was just like, you know what, Marie, just be still. It's okay. The fact that I'm just getting in here in the booth, the fact that I'm making little steps every single day and I'm enjoying it, that is enough. And I have to remember that, because that was the goal that I had at the beginning of the year. So it's a win. Yay. So for anyone who is joining me on this journey as I record these little things in the booth, thank you. Let's keep going. I'm continuing to read small excerpts from some kids' books because I'm focusing on audiobooks. That's what I really want to do. And so today I'm going to read a couple of pages from I Love My Hair by Natasha Anastasia Tarpley, illustrated by E.B. Lewis. I thought this was really special because I obviously do my daughter's hair. She's 5 years old, and I find myself having to teach her why her hair is so special, why it looks different than some of her friends, and how to take care of it. And so that's what this book is all about. So here's a page from this book. Every night, before I go to bed, Mama combs my hair. I sit between her knees, resting my elbows on her thighs like pillows. Mama is always gentle. She rubs coconut oil along my scalp and slowly pulls the comb through my hair. But sometimes it still hurts. As I've been focusing on audiobooks this month, I've learned a lot from other actors who do audiobooks. So I wanted to share just a tip or two, because I know I have a lot of friends watching these videos who listen to a ton of audiobooks.
And maybe you never thought about, how do actors actually record them? Well, most of the time they are recorded in the actor's sound booth at their home, usually. And so it has to be dead silent, and it has to be consistent for every session that you record, because you might have a book that's got like 1,000 pages and you're going to record it in 60-minute to 3-hour increments. With that being said, one actor, Josh Quinn, he shared a ton of great tips. And his first tip that he shared was making sure that you're hydrated ahead of time before, because you're going to be doing a lot of talking for a while. But I thought it was also important, and not only did he talk about warm-ups, he talked about cool downs, because afterward, you're going to need to rest your voice so that you can speak to other people, or if you have to finish your session the next day, save your voice. All right, we've made it to the end of February, and this last month, what I was trying to focus predominantly on was learning about audiobooks, as that's something I want to do. But I find it necessary for me to clarify that voice actors, they usually don't just stay like in one genre where they're doing just audiobooks or just animation or just commercials. For instance, me, I really want to do kids audiobooks, but guess what? Those don't pay a lot of money, because a lot of times you get paid by the amount of words that you're doing and the amount of time. So if you're thinking like, okay, I'm doing a kid's book that's like 15 minutes long, you're probably going to have to use your voice in a lot of other arenas, which is a win-win for everybody. So it's just one of the things that I was focusing on this month. But with that, I hope that going forward, I can create my audiobook reel and share it with you guys very soon.